So, monumental day in the life of my MZ, or in my life actually. It's 31 years to the month since I last rode this bike on the road. I'm now going to take it down for its MOT, which means going on the road. Ah! Okay, good morning. Codger Biker here, riding a two-stroke down the road with a blast of smoke, I'd imagine. That's doing an indicated 40 miles an hour, 4,000 revs. First ride since September 1990. It's now September 2021. Who would have ever guessed 31 years later I'd be riding Eliot the camel again? Yet here we are. Indicators. Oh, give it some. To the 30 here, so just slow down a bit. This is brilliant. I think that's third gear, going up a hill, struggling a little bit, bouncing around a little bit. Like maybe the wheels need to be balanced, but anyway, we are on the road. So the story is, I'm taking it for its MOT. There may be one or two issues that I'm not necessarily determined, but we'll just have to wait and see. John's behind me, Dr. John, keeping an eye out on it. I don't know whether he's had quite a bit of two-stroke smoke go his way, that down there, but it's the first run this bike's had for at least 30 years. I think Sean rode it 30 years ago. So here we go, first corner on new tyres. Oh yes. In the red line. It's always in the red line. Anyway, fourth gear. Go for the overtake. Maybe not. Well, it vibrates, it bounces, but it goes. It's quite mad actually. 40 miles an hour, it doesn't feel too bad. I don't quite know what the smoke looks like from behind, but anyhow, we shall soon see. So I think right is up. Oh, the lights have changed. Look at that. Is that a good omen? Straight through the lights, no need to stop. Yeah, front brake's not brilliant. And into fourth at 40 miles an hour, indicated. I don't know what I'm really doing. I'll have to ask John. But try and warm the tyres up a little bit. A little bit of zigzag, very manoeuvrable. You certainly feel its age, particularly in the brakes. I've fitted new shoes and everything, what else can you do? And it certainly doesn't stop like disc brakes. So it's a good laugh. And Eliot has been back on the road, whether he passed MOT or not. You open the throttle and not there's not much power. I mean, it has got brakes, but who knows? First gear is a bit of a pain. Anyway, we made it. So I'll get back to you when I find out the results of the MOT. Yeah, so just coming away from the garage, and all those hours of work. Old Eliot the Camel is back on the road. I had to put a sticker on the headlight for the guys at the garage because it's difficult to explain how it works otherwise. Thanks to Dr. John, who's behind me to make sure I made it there safely. He can't go over the speed bumps as fast as the Camel can. Sitting at the lights, revving up my MZ TS125. Not really had a chance to open it up yet, but I think 50 is probably possible. Got 4 gears, just cruising along in 40, okay. John's checked the speedo against his car, it was the same. So I might get to 55. Got a nice comfortable seat height's certainly not an issue. Will these lights ever change? I'm air cooled, you know, I don't want to overheat. Or store. Oh, what a laugh. What absolute hoot. Riding around town on a 2-stroke from the 1980s, designed in the 60s. Eliot the Camel. Setting off and it's a bit of a laugh, particularly when you got a van pull out in front of you. The throttle sort of a delay mechanism, you turn it and there's a kind of idea that it might possibly do something eventually, and then gradually off we go. 40 miles an hour. Right, so it's back on the road. Quite what I'm going to do with it, I don't know, but yeah, it's past its MOT. It works again. Oh, it's such fun. I think we hit 55 there, nominally. Just laughing. Just the maddest thing in the world, this is. Oh well, good afternoon again. This is my 4th ride on Eliot the Camel. I rode him to the MOT centre, I rode him back, and then I took him out a minute ago to do a review, or an hour ago. Rode around, did some review, even saw a steam packet ferry company van, but I hadn't turned the camera on, so I'm hoping it's on this time, so we'll start again. Right, so the bike, I'm just going to do a review of it as though it was a new bike. It's a 1984 TS125, originally 10 horsepower. I think a lot of those horses have bolted from the stable since then though. 4 gears, seat height's about 800mm, which is a bit higher than I expected because it feels a lot lower. Suspension non-adjustable. For some weird reason the indicators are on the right hand side, which means I keep reaching over to turn them, which is not good, so I'll have to get used to it. Ticking over, yeah, it may happen, it may not, so you have to keep revving it, it being a two-stroke. There's not as much smoke coming out the back of it as once there was, but you know, it's going quite well. I'm actually quite pleased with it. I'm going to pull over down here in a minute so you can just have a look at it. As I say, tick over, not really its thing, and of course it being a two-stroke, there's always going to be some oil coming out the back of it, so it does seem to be improving though. Not quite sure how many miles I've done on the road, but I'm just going to pull in down here and just have a quick look. Oh, look. So there we are in the shade, ticking over gently. Tick over's at about 2,000 revs, really. Get it right. And yeah, there is some smoke, obviously, with it being a two-stroke, but it's back on the road. So it's been quite a laugh, I have to say. I don't quite know, I don't really have any plans for the bike as such. It's just what it is what it is. As a project, kind of getting it through its MOT was the main aim. We've done that now. So quite what the future holds, I don't know. Maybe just occasionally on a day like this, take it out for a little spin. I need to build up my confidence somewhat first on it, because you know, it's been quite a while. Well, it's been sitting for 30 years. As I say, 31 years to the month since I last rode it. Starting on a hill is not brilliant. I think I've got the wrong oil in it and there's a bit of clutch drag. So, address that later on. Well, it will do probably 55 miles an hour in fourth if you push it hard. But it's happy, it's just trundled along about 40, 45. Doing 45 now on a 40. Sorry, I'm doing just under 40 miles an hour on a 40. Keeps up with the traffic. You do feel a bit self-conscious on it due to it's just a death sound you don't hear much of anymore, two strokes. Well, really pleased past MOT, really pleased it's back road, but most of all I'm really pleased it's finished. Oh, just go back in the garage for a bit and just occasionally I'll bring it out for a little ride. And on that note, with that little promise made, Codger Biker and Eliot the Camel are out. I don't know why it has a red line, because it's always in the red line. The red line's 3 to 6,000 and that's what you ride it in, so it seems to be a different version of the red line. It's kind of where you're supposed to be.